I don't get it. Why do so many people say that this level's good?
Well, many people say that because of its color, uniqueness, and many other reasons.
Yeah, I don't see it, especially because my eyes are starting to hurt. How did creators like Woolsey disagree with me?
Many people have their own opinions, especially on Twitter, or X.
Yeah, I'm still not used to that game. Now, where was I?
You were deciding on what to do for your next video.
Oh yeah, I was actually thinking of making a part 2 to that video.
Are you sure? That video was very controversial, especially on Twitter.
I'm sure I can recover, especially because GD Twitter has horrible opinions. You're not recording this, right?
Not at all. Apple takes privacy very seriously.
Okay, good. Now, how am I gonna find a worse level than Melody?
I'm not sure. Even I have limits.
I got it! I saw a few comments recommending a few levels. Maybe I'll play those?
That's actually not a bad idea, considering your pea-sized brain.
Let's see. Ice Cream by Cyclic, Heaven and Hell, random epic level I've never heard of before. I think that's enough.
You sure? It's only 3 levels. You need to get the video above 8 minutes.
I'll find a way. I could probably leave the melody stuff at the end of the video.
Alright.
Now, let's start this video. Let's start with the 3 levels that YouTube comments recommended and compare them to Melody to see if any one of them is worse. Starting off with Ice Cream by Cyclic, which I'm calling the worst demon in Geometry Dash. Worse than Love Baba, worse than Stereo Whiteness, worse than Base Cave. All of those. Why? Well, let's start at the beginning with this wonderful timing, where the only way is to hit those 2 orbs basically perfect, and then there's a lot to take in. First, you need to go into a blind transition into a UFO, where you need to know to spam all the way into the ship, then hit a blue orb so that you could hold up to the roof where there is a cube portal that's barely sticking out, then click the yellow orb twice so that you could skip the 4 spike jump, which is possible, but then again Zobros decided to do a swag route, so why not? Next we have these wonderful 3 spike jumps, and a bunch of mirror portals to make the jumps 10 times harder, because you are literally jumping blind. And why not throw in a stupid ball jump? By the way, the pink pad section is actually a timing. You need to hit that late for some reason. And now it's everyone's favorite. Memory. Usually levels like Maybe Possible Thing do memory great, and I love the level for that. However, I can't say the same for Ice Cream. The only saving grace is that there are pulsing stars telling you where to go, but you need to know to hit the blue orb that's sticking out from the ground spikes. Also, this is really stupid. You need to fly down just at the perfect moment to hit a cube portal that's again barely sticking out from the ground. After this, we have a ball section filled with annoying timings, mirror portals, and a little bit of spam. Also, one memory section isn't enough. Let's have 2 memory sections. At least this cube memory section is very short, but those timings look disgusting. Speaking of, the level actually splits into 2 different paths. Granted, both don't last that long, but let's talk about it. Path number 1, the path Zobros took, is the easier path, with just a simple straight fly, while path number 2 is much harder, with a tighter straight fly, a ship curve section, and also an even tighter UFO corridor section than Love Baba. But thankfully, you can skip this path, and then the level combines together for the yellow orb cube timing section. In the yellow orb cube timing section, there are yellow orbs, cube timings, and then some mirror portals, because we didn't have enough of those already. At least the level spares you with this very simple and easy ball. But then the blind spike jumps return, because 1 wasn't enough. Also, who thought to hit a blue pad and then randomly hit a blue orb out of the tens of yellow and pink orbs? What the hell is this level? Yeah, let's just put a bunch of ship portals and you gotta know which question mark to fly through. Great memory, yeah! And you know what? Let's put a 3rd blind spike jump section, because 2 was never enough, and this one lasts for like 5 seconds. And then we have some saw jumps, because everyone loves saw jumps. And then let's do a Jonathan GD and end the level with some stupid timings. For Ice Cream, we have 2 almost perfect timing gaps you need to fit through. Like this level wasn't stupid enough.
Even I can do better than this shit. I don't even have a will
To live?
to see. My eyes are already burning from this horrible gameplay.
Now, do you think this level's worse than Melody?
Possibly, but I'd suggest you go through the other 2 levels to make a good decision.
Alright, let's go with Heaven and Hell, where we start with a yellow jump pad, which seems normal, and then we have some monsters, clouds, rainbows, and a grass theme. Isn't bad so far. Alright, so these monsters come up out of nowhere, but you have quite some time to react. Nothing much going on. At least there's an arrow so you know where to jump. This ship section is weird, but thankfully there are arrows pointing on where you need to go. Actually, so far this level isn't that bad. bad? Why did a bunch of people comment this? Alright, the drop did not age well, but it seems like a normal 2.0 level. The spikes seem to fall down out of nowhere. However, it was very easy to dodge. Alright, I can barely see the spikes in this ball section, but at least nothing bad happened. What the hell? Why does the level have to do that now? I thought it was a normal 2.0 level. Well, at least we have the robot where you don't know where you're going, but okay. By the way, you're just supposed to know that you shouldn't go up because the level just kills you. And this is kind of a common theme with this level. There's just movements that come out of nowhere, really. And you can see this in the ship section that follows right after. And by the way, to add a cherry on top, you just need to remember to jump up here out of nowhere for a platform to mysteriously come out of nowhere. Fun. That ending is horrendous. Well, at least the level's over.
There's actually one more level to finish.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of it, but apparently it's epic rated.
How can one of the worst levels in the game be epic rated?
I don't know, Siri. I don't know. Now, I actually would say that Melody is still worse than Heaven and Hell easily, because unlike Melody, it's actually forgiving and only has a few weird parts and also doesn't hurt my eyes. Let's just start with the final level, which is called Asylum, made by OmegaFalcon. Now, when I saw the beginning of this level, I didn't really think much. This looks like a regular 2.1 level. What's wrong? Well, the bullcrap actually starts at 20%. Why so far into the level? Well, the beginning isn't actually that bad if you don't consider some weird gameplay movements, but the reason I mentioned 20% is because of this. Yeah, the platform just starts moving. Granted, it syncs with the song, but that's just a dick move to make if you're asking me. It happens again shortly after with this bike platform, making you do quite some tight jumps. At least this time, the creator decided to put arrows on where you need to jump. Believe it or not, this robot section is really annoying. These two yellow orbs are timing, and you cannot buffer the black orb, but you also can't be too late. Also, the orbs are just covered by the brightest goddamn pulse blocks I've ever seen. Also, why is this big glow structure blinding my view? The gameplay consists of blind orbs, you're not helping. Well, at least we made it to the drop, and oh god, why is this gameplay so weird? You go down, up, and down again. And also, why is this level so bright? My eyes are hurting so much. It's so bad that it makes the transition into the robot blind. It turns white for a second. You basically need to know to click that orb. Yeah, look at this unique gameplay. Oh yeah, so unique. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, I do not enjoy this level in the slightest. It hurts my eyes and also confuses my brain. Also, did you know that the creator put an invincible pad in the teleport portal? It's there just to fuck you up even more. I kind of find it funny how this part is empty at 64%. If it wasn't for the arrows, this transition to the ball would have been completely blind too, but it kind of isn't. Could have done that earlier. Also, I think this was the point where the laziness starts to begin. Yeah, regular spikes with bright blending blocks and regular ground spikes with blinding glow. Epic rate. Also, this gameplay has no words to describe this. Like, what is going on? It does get a bit easier at the end, but that doesn't help with the blinding decoration, which for some reason involves regular saws on top of blending saws. GG indeed. We finally finished that level.
Now you need to decide if either Ice Cream by Cyclic or Asylum by OmegaFalcon is worse than Melody by Sweet Dude.
Well, I made my decision, and I've decided that Ice Cream is not the worst Geometry Dash level of all time, simply because the decoration is fully 1.0 and there's no harm to playing the level, unlike Melody, which is bright and blinding.
Wait, before you announce the news about the other level, what about all of the Melody fans?
I am going to apologize for absolutely nothing. I'm joking. I do want to say that I still find the level horrible, especially on your eyes. I did give the level one more chance, but I still found the level to be bad.
What about Asylum by OmegaFalcon?
Alright, well, I've decided to crown Asylum by OmegaFalcon the new worst Geometry Dash level. I found it much more painful on the eyes. The gameplay is just as bad as Melody, which is why I'm crowning it the new worst Geometry Dash level.